Hi, I'm in a new studio. Well, it's actually my living room. As you can probably tell from my background, I am in a new space on the other side of the country. But I'm not here to talk about that today. What I am here to talk about is the new KakapopoTCG Kickstarter that, if I timed it right, should be launching today. Now, a representative from KakapopoTCG reached out to me about a month and a half ago asking if I would be interested in reviewing some of their products, and I was. The problem was that they reached out to me the week I was moving away from Virginia, and so we had to work out getting the product to me, and I've been using it for the past couple of weeks. While I'm going to show you everything they sent me, I'm only going to focus on the products that are launching with this Kickstarter. Though apparently the other stuff I'm showing you will be available as add-ons for the Kickstarter. Now, to start off with the non-Kickstarter items, they sent me the Deck Kimono 2.0. And speaking of 2.0, be sure to check out Beyond the Deckbox News, which is FDS MTG News 2.0. If you were a fan of FDS MTG News, be sure to check out my new channel at BtDB News here on YouTube, and you'll get shorts of news about Magic the Gathering and other TCGs. If you are interested in seeing news from other TCGs, leave a comment below and let me know. Okay, back to this. I wanted to get a plug in there for that somewhere in here. The Shiro Deck Kimono, a playmat, though there is a playmat on the Kickstarter. The one they sent is one that they already have for sale. It isn't part of the Kickstarter directly, though I assume the Kickstarter version of the playmat will be the same style, just with different art. They also sent their kimono sleeves as well in various different colors. Patterns. I mean, these are patterns, they're not colors. Well, they have colors. And again, I'll mention that a lot of these items I just showed you can be added on to your Kickstarter pledge if you do decide to back this project. Now, one of the features of these boxes are these nice metallic emblems that are on them, and there are different emblems for different colors. So you have the Kraken for blue, you have a Minotaur for green, you have a Phoenix for yellow, and I believe red. Of course, the red one is out of my reach right now. Red has a dragon, and black has a worm dragon of some sort. Oh, also purple has a beholder. So that's what these emblems are. I will say that two of the emblems have fallen off some of these boxes. I have received a lot of these boxes. Two of them have fallen off. I am going to chalk this up to these being prototypes, and I do know that they were rushed to me. I did let KakapopoTCG know, and they have assured me that it's probably part of the prototype process, and this should not be an issue that you see in production products. So just be aware of that. They are metal. They're great. I really like them. I think they look really nice. The designs are really cool looking. The Monster Den, which is their basic box. The Monster Cave, which is a box that has a larger drawer and a space to show off your commander and or leader. The Monster Fortress, which is similar to the Monster Cave, but with a key difference that I'll get into in a moment. These really interesting D99 life counters. Monster sleeves, and also they have a monster playmat. I don't have an example of that, but that's also part of the Kickstarter as well. Now I'm going to go into the features of these products, but remember that what I have are prototypes. I have been assured that what you receive in production will be almost identical to what you see here. First, I'm going to cover the Monster Den, which is the basic box. It has a lid that is attached. It, like all of the boxes here, come with two dividers that are in a similar color to the box itself. It has the nice Guardian emblem here, and yeah, that's basically it for the Monster Den. Here we have the Monster Cave, another in a long line of products that are doing the show off your commander and or leader. You access it via the one drawer right here, and then on this side you have a longer, larger drawer. Next we have the Monster Fortress, which is very similar to the cave, but it doesn't have a window for your commander or leader on either side. Instead, it has a dice drawer that's separate, and this dice drawer is bigger than the one from the cave, so it can hold sleeved cards. So you could probably fit maybe a Blitz deck for Flesh and Blood in here. Now, the drawer in the Fortress is smaller, but it's essentially the same size as the card area for the den and the card area for the cave when the cave has the dice drawer in it. And here is the life counter, and it works where the two sides are magneted on and you have the two nubs here. One nub is the tens place, the other nub is the ones place, and that is how you mark your life total. So if you're 67, that's how you do it. If you're 38, that's how you do it. You're 38. Here we have the monster sleeves. They're sleeves. Moving on. And the monster playmat. As I mentioned, I don't have one of the official monster ones, but I do have the Wave of Hades playmat, as I've shown. So when we get to the what I like and don't like, I'll discuss that, but it's basically a basic heavy-weighted playmat with the stitched edge. I'm going to go over what I like about these boxes. With the Monster Den, I like the fit and finish of it. That's actually true for most of the other products that I'm showing you here today. The fit and finish is really nice and I really like it. Now, the Monster Den is just a basic box. There's not much going on with it. It just has a flap. It has the emblem, which looks really nice. This is more for looks. This is if you're picking this up, you're picking it up because it's pretty, you like the emblem, you like the Guardian emblem, and you like the fit and finish of it. This isn't something you get for its features. It's just going to hold a deck for you. Also, it does have the issue of other boxes of a similar type where the lid is attached. So be aware of that if you don't like boxes where lids are attached, that's true for the Den. So be aware of that. But one thing I will say, this thing is sturdy. Like, I can hardly, even when it's open, like I can flex it up here at the top, but I can't really flex it anywhere else. It's just slightly flexed. This is made with solid materials. These are probably the sturdiest deck boxes of this type. I'm not talking about the Bastions or the Boulders. Of these type with the flap, these are very sturdy compared to any of the other ones I've worked with. Now, what I like about the Monster Cave is it's another entry in the Show Off My Commander Leader box line. GameGenic has really been pushing into this area in recent months, and it looks like KakapopoTCG wants to join in. One thing about these is while the lid is attached, that's not a big deal with this box because you just take out the drawer and put it on top, and then you don't have the flap flapping around. That's something I really like about this. This handles the flap being attached very well. And there's a bonus to that. While I do like boxes where you can remove the lid completely and put the lid underneath, sometimes that can be a hassle. I realize it's a nitpicky thing, but you're setting up for a draft or you're doing something between rounds and you're having a futz with the lid, that can be a pain in the butt. But when the lid is attached, you just open it up, pull the drawer out, shut the lid. It's very quick. You're not having to lift the box up and all that craziness. Again, both of them have their benefits and their drawbacks. I'm just pointing out the benefits of the lid being attached and you being able to take out the entire drawer and the dice drawer as well. I really like this. I like the extra size. And I also like, as many of you know, I'm a big fan of versatility and the fact that you can take the dice tray out and make this for even bigger. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if a triple sleeve deck could fit in here. I haven't tested a triple sleeve deck in here yet. My stuff hasn't arrived yet, so I haven't been able to test it. Again, this is the Monster Cave and it has the bigger drawer. I like that. I like the bigger drawer on the cave. And like I said, with the Monster Den, a very sturdy build, very strong. Monster Fortress. Draft kit. Actually, even the Monster Cave would be a draft kit, though I prefer the Monster Fortress as a draft kit because you don't really need a window for your draft kit. This could operate as one very well. In fact, in some ways it might work better than this, at least for limited. But to be honest, I think this is the better draft kit. The Fortress is a better draft kit than the Cave, mainly because you have a spot for your dice box, which should have been in here. You have a spot for your dice box, and you have the drawer for all your other cards and things, sleeves and other such items. As I've mentioned, I use the sleeves in my draft kit. Well, I've been using this as my draft kit for the past couple of weeks, and it's been working really well. I did use it for the Foundations pre-release, and while it worked as a pre-release or a sealed kit, it barely operated as a sealed kit. Like, it just barely fit all of the cards I got in my pre-release kit and the deck and all of that. So this is a better draft kit than a all-around limited kit, but most people are drafting most of the time, so this should work. And if you're only doing sealed when you do pre-release, then this should be a perfect limited kit for you. I highly recommend this as a draft kit. This box is going to be added to my long line of recommendations for draft kits. And broken record here, very sturdy fit and finish, works very well. The D99 life counter is well made, very sturdy, very heavy. These things are heavy. I do like it. You can see the numbers very clearly on them in real life. I don't know if this is coming up on camera very well, but from a distance, you can see what they are. The numbers are slightly stylized, but nothing more than what Wizards does, so, or any of the other TCG companies. So I don't see any problem there being able to read these in terms of the numbers. For the sleeves, I've been using these in my draft kit for the past few weeks, and they've been performing really well. They have a great shuffle feel. It's not the best shuffle feel I've ever had. It's definitely above average, but not fantastic. It does have some catching. They do catch a little bit when you do mash shuffle. They are a little rough cut, but I'm willing to chalk that up to these being prototypes. These were prototypes that were sent to me. They were actually sent to me as a little bit of a rush. I suspect that might be the reason why they had a rough cut and they were catching a little more. So yeah, these are pretty good sleeves. I am going to just review this playmat with the assumption that the monster playmat will be very similar. It does have a knitted edge, but the cards do not seem to catch on them. When you play, when you slide them off, it works fine. It has a really nice feel. It feels a little bit thicker than a standard playmat, which I like. I like playmats that have a thicker weight to them, so that way they don't move around all that much. And yeah, the print looks really nice and vibrant. I think it's a great playmat. Again, it's just a great playmat. So what do I think? I think these are really interesting products and I would happily recommend them. So if you think these are boxes that you would find interesting and they have a feature set that you would like, then check out the Kickstarter and use the affiliate link down below. It will help me out at no extra cost to you. And I will say I am very happy that KakapopoTCG reached out to me because I haven't really been paying attention to them in recent years. They have a massive lineup of products that I cannot wait to get my hands on and try out. I know I've shown you a lot today, but there's one other thing. Remember to check out Beyond the Deck Box News, which is my new channel where I put out shorts on news for Magic the Gathering, and I'm looking into maybe doing other TCGs. Let me know in the comments down below what other TCG you would like me to cover, and then I plan to put out a weekly video with maybe some extra content. And if you support me on Patreon, you will get extra content with those news stories as well. So thank you so much, and yeah, click on whatever is floating above my head. Bye. But we're not talking about that today. What we're talking about is the new Kakapopo. But instead of a space for your commander or leader, you have yeah, I got that on tape. How much you want to bet I step on one of these in the middle of the night in the next couple nights? That's how I'll find them. The Monster Cave has a spot. Excuse you. It's not the best shuffle.